Hi everyone, today we're going to look at re-rolling duct tape. Now you can see this is an ordinary roll of duct tape, or in this case Gorilla Tape. So I've got a camouflage version and the black one. So if you take that on an expedition, or if you're going outdoors anywhere, or you just want something rolling around in your car that won't take up a lot of room, you can re-roll this tape onto a pen. So this is the pens that you use. They just kind of come free and they're just a long cylinder. So what you need to do is just take off the pen bit and then the end bit. Easy done. And then what you do is you're going to cut that to the length that you want it. So it's just a bit longer than the duct tape width. So I'm going to mark that with my Sharpie pen. Hang on a minute. So now what I'm going to have to do is put this in a vise, as long as you've got somewhere where you can hold it. You can use anything. You could hold it on the side of a bench or something as well. I hope I don't crack this. Just want to squeeze it just enough to not secure. And then I'm going to use a junior hacksaw to cut through the pen cylinder. Oh, eaten. Just holding the other end so it doesn't slip down. Letting the saw do the work. There we go. Look. So that is a similar width, there's just a bit of length either way, as you can see. So that's a bit of a rough edge, so I'm going to file that off. Just neaten it up, go around the edge, make sure it's not sharp, because we don't want sharp corners when we're thinking about duct tape. That should do. You can just finish it off with a knife. I'm going to push out the insides with another screwdriver. So I've seen videos of this re-rolling on a piece of pen. I've seen them using the electric screwdrivers, which is fair enough, you know, it can whiz and turn around, but I find there's more control if you use just a screwdriver and you put the cylinder over it, and then you can start it off, making sure that it's as straight as possible so that it's not going to overlap each edge. So you just turn it. Keep turning it, and if it moves out slightly, if it's one side that it's turning towards, just try and manipulate it so that it turns back on itself and turns the opposite direction until you get somewhere in the middle. So and then, as you can see, it's kind of self-explanatory really. It's simple, it's not rocket science. But anyway. It just becomes a handy size. You know, rather than taking a full roll out, you can just take what you need. It kind of saves on space. It saves on weight. It's a really good idea. Try and make sure there's no ripples in it. I'm just doing this as an example, so I'm kind of rushing a little bit. So And obviously you can make it as wide or as thick or as thin as you want, however much you want to take with you. You can just roll it on, pull it out, roll it on again. Once you've got it central, it should be pretty straightforward. Well, as I say, I've seen people with electric screwdrivers, but I find that even more tricky than just using your hands. So yeah, and you can always pull it back if you go wrong. So I'm gonna just use that bit. So the next thing we're going to do with that is put a piece of paracord through it so that you can hold the paracord and easily pull off the duct tape. Stay with me. Right then guys, so I've got the Re-Roll Duct Tape. I'm going to show you how to make a little kind of lanyard for it, or just a holder with some paracord, and how to seal the paracord. So you want it, I'd do like twice the length, maybe a bit more with a knot. So a bite, so I'm going to have it about that long, about 2.5 times the length of the cylinder. Can you see the size of my scissors? Bit overkill. Right, I'll show you how to seal them. Use a lighter just to melt the ends a little bit, and then wet your fingers and pull it together to make sure it's not going to it's not going to fray on you. Shove it down the cylinder. There we go. And then to stop it falling off, I'm going to tie a knot at the bottom. You could tie a knot at the top as well, it depends how much paracord you've got. You don't really need to, as I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so just done a basic shoelace knot or overhand knot at the bottom, and then it's got a thing at the top. So all you have to do is what I do. You can do it whichever way works for you, between your two fingers, and you can pull it off. It's quite simple. Let me show you. So you've got the front, just comes off like that. Perfect, eh? So you can re-roll it if you've got too much. And then that could go on your belt, or it could just be attached to something. It could have a little carabiner in there. And that's just the size of that compared to the size of that. It's kind of worth it, isn't it? If you're out on your travels and you need some duct tape, it's good to be prepared. Okay, stay safe. See you all later.